Hey friends! Since I'm always interested in hearing about other people's planners and what works for them, and kind of like a lot of people, always in search of the perfect planner, I thought I would share what I do to plan my day. And of course I am a homeschooler, I'm an artist, I teach at my homeschool co-op, I teach Sunday school, I do a lot of different things and I wear a lot of different hats just like so many of you. So I've always been in search of something that will work for me, that doesn't have like these certain pet peeves that I have about planners that make them not ideal for my purposes. So I started something new in December and I thought I would share it with you and show you what I've been doing lately, and it's stuck longer than all the other planners I've tried in the past. So I'm going to show you. Okay, so what I started with is something that I just love anyway. I started with a Moleskine notebook, and I have these craft notebooks, these Cahiers notebooks that I actually bought to do some art pieces on and either use for my own purposes or sell on my Etsy shop. But one day I found on Etsy an awesome template for a planner page, and it fits perfectly in my Moleskine. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. Like I said, I started in December and I found this template on the Etsy shop, Time is Honey. And I'll put that down across the screen. And she has a bunch of really cute templates, and they're really clean and they're very well laid out, and she has them in different sizes as well. So this one that I have fit really well in my Moleskine, and it is, let's see, it is about 3.5 inches by 6.25 inches, and it comes 3 to a page, and you actually pay for the digital download. So I bought the digital download, now I have it so I can print it out, and I've been using it faithfully. I really love it. So what I do is I take my Moleskine. I have a little picture that my son drew for me. He's an artist, he loves Zentangle, so he did this for me, and I glued it on the front. And then one thing I love about these Moleskine Cahiers notebooks is that they lie flat. So no matter what page you're on, it's always flat, and that's really important to me. That's one of my pet peeves about other ones. So what I did when I first got it is I printed off a bunch of these templates and I cut them out and I glued them just with a simple glue stick. I use the Scotch glue stick and I love it. So I just use a glue stick and put them on. I probably did about 25 to 30, about a month's worth the first time I did it. And I just laid them all out, and then I decorated the pages with washi tape because I love that. I love to have pops of color in my planner. I did in 2014, and leading up to that, I did The Documented Life by Robin Marie Smith, and she had some other friends that were doing that with her, and I did that for a while, but I just don't have the time in my busy life to devote to my planner so much of my creative resources. I just didn't have that time. So instead, this Moleskine notebook's a little smaller, and I have lots of little clippings and washi, and I just use little things I find, a lot of times little scraps that I don't put anywhere else in my art, and things that are just inspirational for me if I find a quote or some text that I print out. But basically there's enough space in the Moleskine page to not only get the template in here, but also have a place for notes and have a place for little doodles if I want. There's even one place in here that I just drew a picture instead of putting in a template. So I'll just flip through this a little bit for you, and you can see the template has the date at the top and the days of the week, which you can circle. I really like that because a layout where it's got your entire week laid out for you already, I don't always use my planner. I mean, I use it probably 90% of the time, but on a Sunday I might not use it. So I don't want that extra space there. And the best thing about this, in my opinion, that I have found is that if I skip days or even weeks, depending on what's going on, like around Christmas time, I didn't have all that much in here. So I left Christmas Eve blank. I didn't even put in Christmas Day, and then I didn't do an entire week and a half because I didn't need to. I was spending time with my family, and it's not wasted space in my planner. That's probably my biggest pet peeve, is having wasted space in my planner. And then I get frustrated because, oh my goodness, I haven't kept up with it, and then it feels weird to start on a blank page when 15 pages have gone by. So I love this one. So it has the date and the days of the week at the top. Then there's a list of to-dos. I am a huge list maker. I use my phone. I have a smartphone, an iPhone, and I use it religiously for reminders and for my calendar and even for to-do lists, but then a daily to-do list, knowing what to do in what order. That's really awesome. I love to have that little to-do list. Then there's a little thing of events where you can put the time of day. It doesn't take up a lot of space. A little cleaning rotation. You'll notice that my cleaning space is mostly empty, and that's because I don't usually write down what I'm cleaning. And I'm not a huge fan of cleaning, so, you know, my house is the way it is. And then there's a little space for notes, and then breakfast, lunch, and dinner to keep track of what you're eating, what your fitness is, and your water intake. That has been a really cool addition that I never would have thought to add in my planner, but that has really motivated me to drink some more water. So as you can see, I have little clippings here and there. I really like washi tape a lot. Sometimes I use those Tim Holtz rub-off things as well. I have little Post-its and just little fun things here and there. Here's the place I just had an extra page and I just decided to do a drawing instead. So I did a little sketch. Sometimes I was just busy and I did not get to decorate my pages, but again, there's a lot of grace for that, and I don't feel bad about wasting pages. So my Moleskines are some of my favorite things to use to do a lot of things, to sketch and to jot notes and all that kind of stuff, and so I don't want to waste any bit of pages. So here's my last couple weeks, and I actually also used paper clips, and this is from my little Instax camera. That was a new little toy I got, and so I was marking my Whole30 journey because I'm trying to get back on track with my eating, so I put little pictures of some of my meals on here, and able to just give myself little notes, little motivation, and, you know, little pieces of my day. We went to Trader Joe's, so I put the stickers on there. So I have really loved this way of planning, and it takes as long as it takes in the journal. So I'm now into May, and I probably had a number of weeks in there when I did not plan, but I started in December, and maybe this will take me through June, and then I can get a new one. And I do have a new one. I actually have some other ones that I'm decorating and hopefully put in my Etsy shop soon. But you can also notice, typical in a Moleskine, you've got a little flap in the back, so I have extra ones of my templates. I'll do it the right way up. There you can see it. And extra ones back here. I always have a handy glue stick with me, so I'm able to put new pages in when I need to. I use a Post-it to mark my place. I can easily take that off and switch it for the next day. Just an easy way to find my place. And again, huge benefit that this lays flat. There are also perforations in here on each page, so if there is a page that you just want to tear out for some reason, who knows, you spill coffee on it or something, you're able to do that. Moleskine is just my favorite. I love the pages, and I love the sizes, and I love everything about it. So that's the way I do my planning. It has really worked, and I'm thrilled with it. Perfect size and perfect for me.